this computer. All right, guys. So I want to answer a question. I have someone here in my office today, and I always feel like we can benefit from learning from one another, right? That's like the most fun way to learn. So let's go with this question. What do you have?
So, what type of government contract should I start with as a service provider?
Girl, what kind of service? What
Um,
like service is huge. The government buys lots of services. So what all right. If you do you know what kind of service?
I want to do music shows for like company parties.
Okay. So there's a couple things. There's a couple things off the bat that we could do. Okay. First of all, the government buys everything, right? That doesn't mean that you can supply everything, and nor should you even try. So the very first thing, if you are interested in doing business with the federal government, even state and local, I don't teach state and local that much. I know it, but I don't necessarily teach it. I like federal contracting better. That's just my opinion. That'll be another video for another day. But right now, if you're interested, the very first thing you want to do is educate yourself, right? You want to know how the government buys, you want to know what the government buys, you want to know when the government buys, you want to know who's buying what you're selling. So you need to put yourself in a place where you can educate yourself about your industry or and just about government contracting overall. That's going to be your first step, no matter what the product, no matter what the service. Okay. Of course, you can start with your free resources, and there are plenty of them. They are not created equal, but they are available in all the states. Okay. So you'll start with places like PTAC. Now, that's another whole video potentially. But PTech is the Procurement Technical Assistance Centers, right? They are funded through the SBA. They exist to help you understand government contracting is what they are supposed to do. They are very big on market research. What I teach in our program is I teach our students how to approach PTech. So we don't go to the door and say, hey, I want to do government contracts. Can you help me? Because you're going to get the same spiel that they've been given for the last 35 years, which is, oh, okay, so tell me about your business. Are you registered in SAM? What's your NAICS code? I'm going to take your NAICS code. I'm going to put it into the system that's going to send opportunities directly to your email. And it's going to be opportunities just for you. And they're going to go through that with you. And they're going to give you bid match. And bid match is going to send stuff to your email and all of it. And then they're going to invite you to a webinar or a workshop, so you can learn about how to do business with the government, right? And it's the same thing over and over. If you go in that way, I teach you how to ask for what you know they can provide, right? So go in with some very specific questions. A lot of that stuff is in the course. I'm not going to get into all of it now, but a lot of that is in the program. So you have places like PTAC, they can help you determine for your service what the best who the best agency might be and that kind of thing. Got me? Registering in SAM is registering in SAM. It sucks and everybody has to do it, and it just is what it is. You can go to PTAC for that, SBA for that. So use some of your free resources first to start your education. But then, I mean, what takes it up a notch is when you connect with somebody who's done it or who is doing it so that enhances your learning, right? Because I'm going to help you avoid a lot of the pitfalls and those kind of things. So for the question of where do I start as a service business, you start by educating yourself about government contracting, what that means, what it looks like, how they buy, who buys, that kind of thing. Does that get you on the right track? Is that helpful? It is. Okay, and what kind of service did you say that you were gonna provide?
Entertainment for company parties.
Entertainment for government offices. Okay, like for their parties. Okay. So the question is, does the government buy that? Probably, because again, they buy everything. Now, who and how will you find a solicitation for that? Maybe not. Probably not, because you have to also remember at these different agencies, like, so there are offices within the agencies, thousands of them, right? So my first thought would be, end user. So you're going to be at the office, you want to be at the office party or something, right? So probably a purchase card holder in that office that has approval to do this party is going to hire you to do um, whatever at their office party. But then there are other types of contracts where the contract might not be for what you do, but it is connected to a service that you provide. So, for example, there are contracts for event planners. They plan events for the government, large events for the government. Well, there's about, 20, 30 or more services that are needed just for an event. So you got everything from transportation to entertainment to promo to gifts to tchotchkes. You got the shirts, you got the bags. I mean, there's all these services. You have all these services that are connected to that one contract. So it might not be so much going after that directly, but it might be going after the person that won that event planning contract and being contracted directly with them. That's next level. That's what we do in the mastermind, but that was free.
Thank you.
Is that good? So, these conversations happen all the time, and I enjoy answering your questions. And I invite you to drop your question in the comment, and then that way, we may be able to answer it on the next video. But I certainly want to make myself of service to you. We are on a mission. It's mission 500K. And that is our mission, to teach 500,000 small businesses how to succeed in government contracting without writing proposals. That's where we start. Okay. That's where we start. And so make sure you if you like it, like it. If you don't have to. It's okay. I don't care. No, I'm only playing. Like it, please, if you can like it. And then of course, drop your comments. Okay. Subscribe though, so that you can get notifications when we go live and post new content. That is all. I'm Sirena Moore Thomas. I'm out.